Content warning. The following program contains a host that has potty mouth language, a host that also smokes like a chimney going through rain, going through a tunnel, discussions of fictitious violence, and some information that may make people feel discretion. All right, so how'd that go? You know what, dude? You did all right. You did all right. Flip that line. I know I flipped that line. Okay, I know I flipped it. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Start the freaking show. Hey everybody, what is going on? What is up? What is up? How are you today? I am Solar Gray, the cinematic sorcerer, coming at you from the Wizard's Tower, and welcome to the dark side of the room. Well, no, this is not the dark side of the room today. Today, we are in the hobby hall. That's right. Today we are going to make some stuff, and we're going to talk about making some stuff, and then we're going to make some stuff and all of that jazz. Now, if you guys are noticing, I got my screen back, and that is awesome. I am super happy that we got all of those things going. So we're able to do some things. So with all that, I want to say thank you guys for showing up today. And we've got some conversations that we want to have. And this is going to be some really good stuff today. We are going to be discussing a couple of different things. One of the major things that we're going to talk about is it's about time that we discussed a lot of, I guess you could say, corporate practice coming down from Wizards of the Coast Games Workshop, but this is the hobby hall. So we talk about a couple of other different things, meaning, we're going to be making some stuff, and I got some painting and all that stuff that I want to do with you guys. And of course, we're going to have some conversation, but that also means that I'm going to be, well, talking with you guys. But first, I got to put out the big announcement that we're on live. So today, we are a lot late because I'm working on a film and we ended up having a meeting today. And that meeting took a little, and I'm like, you know what? I got to make a choice. I have to make a choice. And I did. I made a choice, and now I'm here with you guys. Now, so we're here, we're doing the thing, and all of that jazz. So I'm putting out my announcements. I had to make sure that everything went out. Hey, thank you so much. Who is this? Right here. That's right. This is dependent independent income or dependent income. How's it going? What's going on? Yeah, look at you, look at you. Oh, you want to promote my channel? Well, then go for it. Okay, that's cool. But if you're a bot, then it's time for the ban hammer. Yes, ban hammer. Hey, power commander. I want to say what's going on with everyone that's out there today. I know it's been a week, and unfortunately, guys, I've had to take the day job thing again. And yeah, I haven't actually wanted to do that, but bills got to be paid, so that let me just go on over to this little spam bot here. and I'll be like, yeah, look at this. Wow, look at you. I am going to ban you. And yeah, so sub, nope, this manage this user. Um, yeah, there we go. There, restrict. There we go. You have been restricted, and now you have been banned. You're banished. Hammer time. Do. Okay. Oh man. So yeah, that is most definitely a thing. Um, I thought about doing the timeout thing. Oh, that's what I'm there. All right. So I want to say hey and what's up to my people in the chat today, like Power Commander, Neon Knight 13. I think that's Kata. Um, Jade Truitt, Drap Snatch, Alisadra, and Wanella. How's it going out there, guys? Um, so yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's been coming down. Okay. And one of the things that I wanted um is talk to you guys not just about um not just about corporate practices and things like that, but let's talk about some real alternatives, you know? I mean that right there, you know, real alternatives is something that we could probably get into. Now there has been uh oh, that's the um yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that well, how can I put sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here, but that's okay. We'll keep this. I'm trying to find the right music for our stuff. There we go. There's my happy relax. Um, so yeah, we've got a lot of stuff that has been going down. Um, we've got Wizards of the Coast charging people a whole bunch for D&D. We've got this new model that's coming out for Games Workshop, and it's just not been cool, you know? Really not been cool. Um, so what do we do in relation to all that stuff? Well, I am all about what's the term I'm looking for? Solutions, all right? Solutions have been a really like, what do we do in the meantime? What do we do instead? All right? And I've got a couple of solutions to share with you guys. Right now, first off, let me talk about the stuff that's coming through because we're painting. Okay, so we're painting some stuff, and I wanted to show you guys something. All right, now as you guys know, um, there's a lot of stuff that I do, because gaming in and of itself can come off as very expensive. Right? And I get it. I totally get it. This is like a real thing that comes off. And a lot of folks don't really want to get into these things, and it takes a lot of time and energy, and there's painting and all that stuff. And a lot of folks are into it. They don't want to pay for keeping up. And I so understand that. You know, it's one of the reasons that we get so upset about so many things changing with new additions and things like that. So what we end up with is something that a lot of communities have been taking their own hands at, and it's not bad. It's really not bad. A lot of the solutions to come up with. So I want to talk to you guys about this new Games Workshop thing, this new Games Workshop product. Now, it's not exactly new, like it's not new, but it's one of the things that they've been doing, which is the new boarding action set. Okay, now this set is, hey guys, you want to learn how to play this? Buy this set, and it's a scam. All right. There are rules to play like new armies and small stuff and all that stuff. So if you're new, they're like, you don't need to spend that much to buy in. Don't you believe it? All right. Because don't get me wrong, this boarding action set looks amazing. It looks so cool. And you put your little minis on it and all that jazz. But these guys want $210, right? And that is a really big thing that that's a really big thing for people to a really big thing that people have been mad about. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, they really are bad ideas, right? It's just bad ideas and bad implementation of said idea. Because real talk, there are quite a few alternatives. All right, one of the alternatives that people want to deal with, and don't get me wrong, okay, the concept of this is amazing. All right, you're in a spaceship and you're running through the spaceship, and while you're running through the spaceship, there are aliens that are coming through and they're trying to like beat you up or shoot you in the face, and all that stuff is rad. Okay, it's just really rad stuff. But at $210, okay, $210 to get you this thing, that is just way too much. All right, exactly, Neon Arlecchino. They so want to swallow your soul, or swallow your soul. You're swallowing your soul. One of the alternatives, and this is from a company called Battle Systems that are out there, right? And this is cardboard terrain that accomplishes the same thing. Same thing. All right. We got the cardboard stuff that's there, and it's got little clippies and all that stuff. So you've got the alternative thing, and the biggest thing on that, guys, is this set is like $50. Okay, 50 or 60 bucks. It's not a whole lot. It's cardboard, which means it's not kid proof. You know, you're gonna drop it, you're gonna spill. If you've ever been to a game of some kind, you know that stuff is gonna fall. Things just, you know, things fall. That's what happens. That is part and parcel, par for the course. That's just a real thing, right? Now one of the other things that I do, and this is what we're talking about today, is, of course, y'all know that we are really big fans of 3D printing. Okay, you know, we love the 3D printing. Okay, the 3D printing, that is our jam. And one of the things that's out there, and I'm pulling this up on Thingiverse right now. Hey, thank you so much, JTruth1999. Oh, would help if I knew how to spell. So I can spell dungeon, but I have a hard time spelling stick. Now, one of the things that's out there is a fantastic little thing on Thingiverse from the maker community, called dungeon sticks. Okay? And these things are amazing. Okay? You just slot them in, you 3D print them up, and you slot them together, and all of this is great. Okay, this is just great, and this is what we're going to work with today. All right. Hey Jake, how you doing? How you doing? Don't worry, you're not going to be set on fire on this stuff. On this post. So let's head over to the hobby hall for just a moment and take a look at what we've got here. All right, because yeah, we are going to be working with dungeon sticks. I 3D printed a bunch of these things, but the thing is, much like with everything else, got to put some together, got to paint them, but these things are sturdy and they will cost you a lot less than $210. Right? Way less. Honestly, I think the total production that I had on this came down to about $60 with my 3D printers. However, um, I'll have some stuff to talk to you guys. Oh, sweet, thank you. I'll get to that after the broadcast. Um, like I was saying, yeah, there's a lot more of this stuff that we can do. That if you have a 3D printer and stuff, this is amazing stuff. If you don't worry, we gonna talk about it. Okay, so we gonna talk about the whole 3D printer thing and some of the alternatives that you can do, because again, you're here, you're with us. And hang on, because I may have to run inside really quickly. Sorry about that, because I thought I had my silver or my gunmetal out here. So, but let's head on over to the hobby hall and see what we're working with, right? Ah, look at that. So, yep, now we're in here, and these are our dungeon sticks. Look at that, my. And the way these things fit together are amazing. Now, we have a lot of these things to get through today, but they have a little thingy here, and we just slide them in, and yay, look at all that. Now, if we really wanted to do some stuff, we've got different angles and stuff like that. Now, what I really like is you take the size of your standard miniature, and it's like, look, I'm a minotaur, I'm really, really tall. You know, we can totally play with all of those things, all right? And this is just some really cool stuff. But these things look kind of plain, right? We've got a whole bunch of details and stuff on them, so we really have to get them together. Now, for this project, all right, we're gonna need a couple of things. I've got my white surface primer, all right, because painting white over black is just not fun, all right, so we'll just put that over here. And our colors, we're gonna need red. Okay, got my red. Got the yellow, and I've got my copper. And this is the stuff that we're gonna be working with today. However, we need our silver. That's really important. So I am going to have to run inside. Playing an elf and a monk. An elven monk. Nice. So I'm going to be running in. Let me head back to the regular place. Yeah. So we're going to take a really quick break. You guys should get some snacks real quick, because this is going to be a painting show. So we're going to do that. But we're going to have all of these out here. And this is not going to take that long, because we have a box full of them that we got to get done. And we don't want to spend all day, all night on this, all right? Again, as you guys know, if you've been watching the show for a while, I like playing games. The same amount that, or actually, I like playing games more than I like preparing for games. So this is what we're going to do, because I forgot to grab that thing. So I'm going to run and grab the proper paint, but we will be right back. Okay? That is a real thing. I'm sorry about this, guys. In the meantime, talk amongst yourself. Say hello to JFruit1999, because that's how he parties. Thank you for being here. Same with you, Valentina Alcaraz. Thank you. We will be back in just a sec. I feel so embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm normally better than this. So let's see here. There it is. That's the right thing. So we will be right back. Hey guys, and we're back. All right. So, also, we're double live streaming right now. So, we're here on YouTube and on Twitch because, yeah, why not? Multicast and all that. Now, if you guys had any questions, comments, compliments, yeah, that's it. Questions, comments, and compliments because, yeah, everything else I can't really deal with. You can totally reach me at backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. You can also reach out to me on Twitter and Instagram, both at backinthedeck. That's BACKINTHEDECK. You can reach out and subscribe to our TikTok. All right, our TikTok is at bidpy, BIDPY. And if you are part of that wretched hive of scum and villainy known as Facebook, then you can easily join Deckers on the Book. It's a public group that says, hey, this is what we're making. This is what we're working on and all that jazz. And that's really fun to do and really cool to put ourselves out there. So with all that, thank you guys. Also, we have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/BID_P. And yeah, I'm working on a couple of things to make our Patreon actually work a lot better. Okay. As y'all know, it's been pretty turbulent. And of course, let me just put that little donation button. We've got t-shirts and all that merch and all of that stuff. Oh, sweet. Followed us on both of them. Thank you so much, Jake. That's really awesome. And of course, if you guys want to help keep us afloat, cheers, subscriptions here on Twitch would be awesome. And of course, we just put our donate button right here in both chats, being the chat on YouTube and of course the chat on the chat on Twitch, and again the chat on man, I hate this part of the show. I'm not gonna lie, I just like talking to y'all. So the begging for money part, not really part that I'm in, but the bills got to be paid and all of that jazz. So instead of doing all that stuff, this is kind of what we're stuck with doing. It's just a thing. That is just the thing that we got to do and all of that stuff. So we're doing it. We don't like it, but it's something that we do. And of course, no one likes having to do this. Like, seriously. And I'm gonna let y'all know I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit tired today. It really is a thing. And yeah, again, we're tired today, but we're getting there. It would totally help if you got some sleep every once in a while. How's that? Seriously, dude, why are you here? I'm here to paint today, all right? You're on the wrong show. Seriously, wrong show. Every show is my show. Yeah, seriously. Well, every show is my show, dude. Ha 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 ha. So anyway, let's help and head on back to the hobby hall so we can get some of this stuff painted and y'all could see how easy this stuff is. All right, so let's head back there. Ooh, yeah, look at us. Oh, wait, where's the chat in here? Oh, no wonder I turned it off. Boom. Hey, there you guys are. All right. So, we're going to take our colors and we're going to do some really cool stuff. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to take just our regular old cheap brushes. And remember, guys, I got these from the 99-cent store. You don't need a whole lot in here. All right. So, and I had to go back and get my lead belcher, but any old silver will do. All right. So that's the lead belcher, but we're not going to start with that. Okay. Where we are going to start is with our copper, because I want kind of a gothic feel on this, and we are just going to do a little bit of dry brushing. So we're just going to dip, and then we're just going to brush all the way across there until you got almost nothing on it. Okay, just almost nothing that's on here. Where is my paper? Ah, there. Okay. And then we're just going to give it, ooh. Yeah, that's it. That's all we do. This is almost like an overbrush. Okay. Just little bit of an overbrush. And when you're doing this kind of thing, because I want this to be like a derelict ghost ship in space, you know, just a ghost ship. It's all like, who was here? I don't know who was here. Oh no, you know. And yeah, we're just gonna do that. That's it. You know, it doesn't have to be all that complicated. A lot of the times when we're writing stories, or we're creating our characters, or we're going into any creative endeavor, we always have this tendency of thinking about going too far, okay? And the big thing on this is no. It's not about going too far. It's about understanding what's needed and what works, all right? Now, I like copper. I like the way copper and black looks together. All right, so this is what we're going to do. All right. So these guys over at Games Workshop and Wizards of the Coast, they have this idea that these hobbies are under monetized. And I'm going, guys, nah, that ain't the way it goes. All right. But this whole model of buying or putting everything out there to sell and squeezing all of the monies out of every single person possible, it just doesn't work, okay? It really doesn't. And so what they're trying to do is, well, it's a old sales technique that we had in the hood, all right? And that is, first one's free, yo, you know? If you want to play this game, yeah, you do one little buy-in. That's it. And then once they're in, they got you. It's a little bit more over here, and buy another team, or this really cool way of doing stuff is this way. Yeah, look at all that. You know, spend more money, buy more stuff. And the real talk, y'all, like seriously, the real talk is, this is old man talking time, right? Because I'm an old man, you know, by a lot of standards. Actually, my nephew is always like, old man. And I'm like, man, that's mean. Is to never, ever, under any circumstances, forget your motive. Like, what is it that you're doing? You know, do you want to play a little game with soldiers that go pew pew? Do you want to play pretend and say that you're an elf with a bow that's looking for a unicorn to ride? You know, I talked a little earlier with someone about being there when the console wars started and getting priced out, you know, because that 3-month model that's coming down with role-playing games and miniatures games really started in the video game spaces, you know. And real talk, guys, it ain't really about keeping up with the Joneses. All right, what's important is, can you continue to do this and have fun? Now, as you guys know, I'm not sponsored, but I do proselytize onepagerules, and I do it a great deal. And the reason that I do it is one of many smaller companies, but in my opinion, they're doing it the best. Smaller companies that are about people playing games. And really, playing games and spending time with your friends and being creative and having fun and finding that magic either online in your various Zoom meetings or on your Discord server or here on Twitch with you guys. Like, I love being here with you guys. That does not have to be a chasing the FOMO model. No, it really doesn't. Because what it really comes down to is, what are you playing? Why are you playing it? Are you having fun? You know, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff that comes down. I'm not gonna lie. I do really, really like the idea of a lot of these new things that are coming down. You know, but instead of being mad, because anger is easy. You know, oh my God, this multi-billion dollar corporation is not taking its customers in mind and trying to take all of their money. Really? Wow. It's almost like they're acting just like they always have. You know, because back in the days of 2nd edition Warhammer, I heard about like goblin pricing and stuff like that. And now Wizards of the Coast is doing it. And not gonna lie, it works with a lot of people, and a lot of folks are mad. We're gonna give some scratching and chipping on this. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of this lead belcher or bolt gun or whatever silver you have. You know, I'm using this from Citadel because I had it laying around. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a technique called stippling. Okay. And that is when we take our brush and we gently stab it. Stab. Okay. And we're just gonna add some chipping effects in places, as if to say, hey, this got scratched up somewhere. All right. And that's doesn't take a whole lot. So, and of course, this is our base coat. You know, we're base coating and we're getting some visual interest in. There we go. Okay, you see? Now that actually looks like some sort of metal, you know, and I really kind of dig that there. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. But doing stuff in just that metal isn't exactly, it's not exactly everything that we want. I mean, real talk, they yo toys, paint them how you want. Okay. But you don't really have to. Okay. But since I'm here with you guys, I want to take it 3 inches further just to show you guys it doesn't take that much time or that much energy to go a little. All right. So there, we've got our techniques. We got all that stuff going down, and we've got a nice wall. Look at that wall. And don't worry, guys. What I'm gonna do is, if you're in the Patreon, excuse me, if you're in the Patreon at the $5 tier, I'm gonna upload this STL so that y'all can print this yourselves. Okay. So that you can have your own little thing, because Games Workshop Delinda Est. Now that we've got both of those things going, we are going to go in and do some really cool stuff. Okay, I want to take our surface primer, and my primer is in white because doing white on top of black is never, ever, ever fun. Okay, it really isn't. All right. And I want to paint some of these pipes. Okay, there we go. Look at how these pipes are coming in. And this is just straight out of the bottle. Okay, we don't need full white coverage. We're not doing that. Okay, but what we're doing is we're lightening this thing up so that we can put another color on top of it. And it's going to be a really hard one to paint, which is yellow. Yellow sucks. Okay. But yeah, so we're going to take our yellows and our reds, and we're just going to lay down a little bit of surface primer on top of them. Now, you guys did notice that I primed in black. Okay. And I did that for a very specific reason. I actually, yeah, we're going to, yeah, look at that. Yeah. Little circle there, little circle there. Okay. And yeah, I primed in black because I wanted the shadows to really come out, and I didn't prime these with like auto primer or miniature primer. I used Plastidip. You know, Plastidip is really fun. It's a spray-on rubber, and this is to help them not stick once I put them on the game board. Okay, that's really big. So yeah, we got those pipes, and we're gonna do that pipe there.
pipe right there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that little circle right here. And again, these little dots. Now this brush, I don't even know where I got this brush, but it's old. And I'm using the side of the brush to kind of pick out that detail. Okay, just the side of the brush right there. All right, and yeah, a couple of little panels there. Okay, yeah, that there. Again, it doesn't have to be all that complicated. And I think I might just make the inside of that blue. And we're gonna make this all grimy and grimdark. Some people might actually like that coming down. You know, some grimy and grimdark stuff. Looking up every once in a while to check the chat, see who's in here, you know. Yeah, there we go. Now, the biggest thing, and I say this all the time, finished is better than perfect. And I know a lot of folks that do their best to get everything perfect and they never get anything done. But y'all know how I'm always talking about never forget while you're doing stuff? This is just terrain. Okay? That's it. That's what this is. All right? And what do I mean by just terrain? Well, that means this is not going to be the focus of our game. This is just going to be some stuff that folks are running around and they're not going to be in the foreground. Okay? There we go. Ooh. Yeah. And since they're not going to be in the foreground, they don't have to be perfect. You know? I mean, if this were a real sci-fi set with actors running around and people with lines, yeah, the quality standard is going to be higher. But this is for me, and these for my toys, so I do what I want. I do what I want. There we go. And let's get just a little more of that down. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Another reason that I'm going for grim dark is because I can get this painted fast and I don't care about mistakes. So, if you guys don't know, the grimdark setting is a dystopia set to 11. You know, and that's kind of what I'm doing. So that means everything can be grungy and dirty and used and hopeless. And since it's being that, I don't have to worry about painting things perfect. Oh yeah, you know, smoke generators and LEDs would look great, Neon. Do I have room for propaganda posters? Yeah, maybe around here or something. There would be room for propaganda posters on the other ones, which we're going to be doing today. Most definitely. See, these are the ones with a lot of what artists call visual interest. But in the files that I'm putting up in the Patreon later on tonight, there's going to be some smooth ones, and the smooth ones are great for propaganda. You know, great for posters and stickers and stuff like that. And again, if you've got just a regular paper printer, there's a lot that you can do. You know, a whole lot that you can do with that kind of thing. You know. All right. So yeah. There we go. I'm just gonna do a really quick second thing. And that's it. That's where we're at. Okay. So now that we got all that stuff primed up, we're gonna take a nicer brush. You know, a nicer brush. Yeah. I got this thing for like $10, $11 on Amazon. Came in a really big set. And we're just going to paint some of these pipes. Okay? Paint some of these pipes. I'm going to start on the other side so we can give that first side time to dry. All right. So this is, I believe, a Vallejo red. Yeah, I think so. Who is this? Badger Airbrush Company. So this is red. I don't know, I've had most of these paints for years. Years. And we're just going to water it down just a little bit. Okay. And what I want... See, guys? Doesn't take a whole lot. This is probably going to take 2 coats. So, yeah, you know. And make no mistake, with that $200 set, you're going to have to do this anyway, all right? Now, I'm putting the STL files at the $20 tier on the Patreon, but if you don't have a 3D printer, you'll be able to order this stuff from Back in the Deck for about $80. Okay? For the same size set. Because I'm all about people playing. I want people to play with their toys. And you know, you don't have to paint them the same way that I do. It's interesting because I'm going grim dark for convenience sake. But I've always been more Star Trek, you know. I like the whole post-scarcity society, and everything is bright and clean, and everyone can have what they want. It's a side effect from growing up poor, you know. Like, why would I pretend that I'm reliving the worst parts of my childhood? Okay, yeah, there we go. And see, we got the red in there. I want to make sure that this is coated a little bit better in there. Okay. And remember, guys, this ain't hard, okay? Yes, I've been painting a long time, but it isn't difficult. All painting is pushing paint around something. Take your brush, you put some paint on your brush, and then you make your brush touch something. And then you just kind of push it around until it looks even. You know, that's it. Okay? It doesn't have to be super complicated. It's not difficult. You know, at least when you're doing it on the hobby level, like I'm doing it. If you're going to go pro, well, that's different. Okay? Because professional artists, they go to school for a long time. They practice and practice and practice. You know, I'm a big fan of guys like Greg Aronowitz and Adam Savage. You know, I mean, those guys are amazing, and they've been doing it for years and years and years and years. There we go. Yeah, get some red in there, and just, yeah, we're putting a drop of red on each of these little white dots. You know. Now this is me, so you know I'm gonna add some blue in there somewhere, right? But so far, yeah, look at all this stuff. Yeah, there is always BAP 5. You know? Ooh. Okay, now we're just gonna off our brush real quick. And now we're gonna go on to our next color. One of the aggressively mediocre songs from an aggressively mediocre band, Coldplay. Hey, let's be real. I like Coldplay, but that doesn't mean that their music isn't aggressively mediocre from time to time. Here we go. And see, I'm just doing dollop and dollop and dollop on our dots. You know, just to add a couple of other colors to be like, hey, we don't need a whole lot of that. So I'm going to separate these guys and let one of them dry real quick, because I want to put yellow on this pipe over here. As you can see, boom. This is going to take a couple of coats. And this is Vallejo yellow. Yeah, this is like literally Vallejo airbrush yellow. Not canary, not blah, 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 just yellow. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. There we go. So yeah. But as I was saying, the important bit, we're going to have to let that dry a little bit, and then we're going to add a second coat. And that's why yellow was hard, because what you can do in 1 to 2 coats with any other color, it's going to take you a minimum of 2 coats more with yellow than with any other color. But we're going to use that to our advantage on this little project here. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about this stuff. So again, there are alternatives. That $60 set of cardboard terrain, dude, if I'd had the $60 a couple of years ago, I would have picked it up. Ain't no shame in that. All right, I'm gonna add a duller yellow to this vent, partly so you guys can see what I'm talking about and why I put that white primer down. Okay, so you guys can see the starkness between both. Primed, not primed. See the difference between the two? Let me just put this up a little more. This looks a bit gold, and it's hard to tell the difference between here and there. Here and there, here and there. Now, the other layer should have been a bit dry, so now we're just going to add a little bit more. Okay? There we go. Again, no one likes painting yellow or white. Those are the two hardest colors to get down. But there we go. And now we're going to take our silver and, yeah, we're going to take our silver and we're going to be a little careful with our silver and paint a couple of silver-ish panels, okay? Because we've got our silver color out. In my case, it's lead belcher, which used to be called gunmetal. And we're going to do just a little bit of detail painting. Not a lot, because again, these walls are not the stars of the show. Okay? So I'm going to go here. Where did I put that? Okay, I put that there. Yeah, we're going to go here. And go there. And again, a few thin coats. Just 1 or 2. Not a big deal. Okay. And just a little bit more to show, hey, this is a door. Okay. It's an old door. And there we go. We can now see the door. We can see the yellow. All right. Ooh. Forgot to add the yellow back to this prime door over here, or this prime vent over here. Okay. That's literally it. And if you miss a spot, so what? Okay. See that? Yeah. All right. We good now. Okay. Yeah. We're good. We super good. We pooty good. Pooty too good. Pooty too good. Okay. And there we go. We got some yellow, got some red. It looks a lot like that. Now, let's add just a tiny bit of a blue. Do I have any blue around? I do. All right. So yeah, we're just going to add some blue to a couple of different bits. Because, like I said, blue is my jam. And that is what I like to do with Jammy Jam. Always add a little bit of my jam thing. So now that we got a little bit of blue going, yeah, doesn't have to be hard blue, okay? But just enough blue to break up some of this stuff. So I'm gonna put some blue in here. And this is like in the moment inspiration. So yeah, and again, um at the jam so we have something to your toe. Oh, stop it. Okay, I walked into that one. You don't have to get back under your bridge yet, Neon. All right. So, yeah, when you guys are doing stuff, any sort of creative endeavor. Oh, look at that. That looks really good. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do with this door. Yeah, put some blue in there and... Ooh, gotta learn to stay in the lines. If you don't, that's okay. Just wipe it off. You know, that's one of the cool things about acrylic paint. Okay. And what I did with this is I put a few drops of blue ink into my primer bottle, or into my primer, and that's where I get this blue from. See, don't have to be all that complicated. But against the white primer and the metallic door, we get a couple of different shades of blue. See? Yeah, see, now that right there, that gives me some visual interest. It breaks up a lot of the stuff that I was worried about. Okay? And again, this is seriously in primary colors. You want to add some purple? Add some purple. You want to add some reds? Add some, add some reds. You want to go pink? Go pink. They're your toys. You do what you want. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, though, especially about this new D&D 1 thing, or D&D Done, is there are a load of different role-playing games out there. Just like there's a load of different miniatures games, and a huge load of different board games and miniature games and RPGs. You know, your options out there are just amazing options to deal with on those fronts. Yeah, look at that. And we're just gonna put that in here. Since we got our blue out and we're starting on the other side. Ooh, that's a lot of paint. I get how overwhelming it can feel. But see, here's the thing, guys. I'm a middle-aged man talking to you on Valentine's Day. And I want to let y'all know that life is always changing. Okay? New things are coming out, new trends come out. And you got to be willing to flow with that. And I don't mean flow in some patchouli stinking hippie kind of way. I literally mean we can spend a lifetime getting used to a thing. One thing, two things, like the way that our gaming groups game, or a certain gaming system, or whatever it is that you're used to. And it can change at the drop of a hat. And there's a lot of folks that say, well, if it can change at the drop of a hat, why should I spend the time and energy to get good or spend dedication on that? And the answer is, it could be the only game in town. But the real answer, and this is one of the things I live by, is that if you're too afraid to learn the new thing, you're incorrect. Okay? Because people are amazing. We can learn anything. It's one of our greatest gifts that we got. We can learn different languages. We can learn to paint. We can learn to 3D design. And for a lot of you guys, I know for myself, there were a lot of people out there in our lives, in our past, in our histories. Yes, it does become Flash Gordon. Oh. That have tried to tell us that we can't do these things. But real talk, especially if I got some youngsters watching out there, most of the people that tell you that you can't are mad at themselves Not because they can't, but because they didn't. Okay? But I want to put something out there for y'all, and this is, really real talk from your Uncle Solar. Can, like possibility does not equal easy. Okay? It's going to be harder for a lot of people than it is for a lot of other people. That's just life, y'all. I didn't grow up with these resources. I didn't always have an Amazon at my access where I could get decent-ish art supplies. I didn't always have access to a bus pass to go to the places where those things were. I did the best I could with what I had. And as time passed on, things got easier to get. And I got a little better. And so, when you're looking at yourself, at the stuff that you think you should have pulled off by now, or the things you figure you should have accomplished, that's just stinking thinking, as one of my old teachers would call it. You don't gotta be like that. Don't get caught up in that stinking thinking. Do the best you can with what you've got access to, and don't let anybody who has more than you tell you that you're less than, tell you that you suck. There is a philosophical concept called the just world fallacy. And that is the idea that people that are doing well because they deserve to, because we live in a world where people get what they deserve. Notice it's called a fallacy, because that's not true. Some people who have more, they didn't do anything to deserve it. And okay or not, that's the way it is. All right? But a lot of the times, y'all, gift of knowledge and learning. And a lot of the times, the people that do stuff to earn, they never get their due. So there's a lot of luck that goes along with it. I don't know how it works. But what I do know, and this is for a fact, is the things that we study and practice, the things that are ours, and the stuff that can't be taken away from us, like our education, our skill sets, they get better with time. And that's some real stuff, guys. The more you do it, the better at it you get. And that's not a fallacy. So what I like to do is I like to think back on all the stuff I couldn't do when I was younger. And I go, wow, I can do some cool stuff. I have some cool stuff. I have so many toys, guys. So many of these models and all that stuff. Because I make a lot. I make so many of them, My 3D printer farm is just like, help me, we didn't plan on being used like this. And I'm kind of going, well, what did you think? Haha, you have a purpose. Ooh, that's nice. I ended up rubbing off some of the primer. I get happy little accident. Look at that. There we go. Now, will this stuff win any awards? No, and I don't particularly care. I'm really not looking to get any Golden Demon awards. I'm just trying to put some cool stuff on the table. And yeah, I'm sticking with primary colors for now. Okay, I might just give this an overall purple wash after I'm done. I might do that. I don't know if Neon has anything to say about it. I'll probably do it in pink. There we go. And see what we got there? Boom. Alright, yeah, I know this looks like a little kid did it, and that's fine. Because the next part of what we're doing is going to really darken this up, and that is going to be pretty awesome. And of course, what I'm talking about is our watch. So we're going to take some of this chestnut ink right here. This, y'all know how I am with the Liquitex stuff. Okay. I'm going to put 1 drop of ink. Boop. Okay, maybe 2 or 3. 2 or 3 drops of ink into our water. And now we're going to get our brush. We're going to use the dry brush one because, okay, and we're just going to put a bunch of water in this. Yeah, look at that. And now, oh, look, we still have a little bit of copper and metal and stuff in there, and that's going to look awesome. And now we're just going to drape it over. Okay, yeah, look at that. Okay, because what we want to do is we want to dull down these colors. Okay, we're just going to dull down this whole thing. We're going to give this what looks like a sepia tone wash, which is kind of cool. And this ties everything together, as an artist might say, or more to the point, it makes it all look like it's part of the same thing. Okay? Like it was in the same environment. But as you guys can see, in less than about 30 minutes, I did 2 of these. Okay? Which I think is pretty awesome. Okay, look at these guys. Okay, yeah. And now, just to add a little more interest, before it dries, we're going to do a little more stippling. Okay. Now, a lot of folks will tell you, hey, wait until it dries and do all that stuff. And, I say, my toys, I do what I want. So I'm just going to add some stippling to this. Make it look a little messed up, a little broken. Pop, 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 pop. Maybe there's a reason they said. Let's see, what do we got? The gift of knowledge, learning, and understanding does go back to some of the oldest myths and are often parts of creative beliefs. Whether Anansi the spider's tales makes it a gift or Adam and Eve portrayed as a burden, learning is a defining part of what we are, so it shouldn't be taken. Really, Neon? Every single show, every show that I have you in here, you're sitting up doing all these bad jokes, bad jokes and bad puns and all of these things that make me want to put you in a cave. With every other troll, and then you drop something like that. Killing me, Smalls. I'm like, oh, there he is. There's the Neon Arlecchino that I know and have come to love over the years. And you're killing me. Just killing me. I didn't even realize I didn't do these parts here. So I'm gonna just knock that out real quick. Another rivet. I hate rivets. All right. We are. And my yellow. That yellow in there. Okay. And then button, who's got the button? Oop, buttons. Buttons. And of course that grating that we did. Here we go. Got the grating in there. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Boom, boom. Booga booga. Booga booga. Wow. All right. And look at what we got, guys. Although I think that blue on the door is a little bit too much. So I don't accept it. And I'm going to bring that down just a little bit with some copper. Okay, that's what I'll do. Again, just a bit of stippling around here to make the copper really pop. Pop the copper. Pop, pop, pop copper. Yeah, you see that? And we're just, we're breaking up that blue just a little bit. Gonna head over to the other side. Here we go. Yeah, that knocks it out just a little bit. Okay. We'll probably do another overall dry brush with the copper. And now we take our wash, put that on there, let some of this stuff drip. And after it dries, I don't know, I might go over it with a black wash to say, hey, this is old, this is derelict. Okay. But again, it doesn't need a whole lot. We've been at this for about an hour, and we have 2 of them so far, which is good. Okay. And that's because we put on pipes and all. Yeah, look at that. That's inspiring right there, y'all. That is some good stuff. Look at that. I'm so jazzed about that right there. Right? Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm picking up what I'm laying down. I really like that. Oh yeah, look at yeah, don't get ahead of yourself, man. You know I'm heavily layered. I'm like, I don't care how cold it is in your house. Yeah, let's head back to the studio. Yeah, and let some of that dry. Let's boom. Here we go, guys. Yeah. I know a lot of people were like, dude, I was expecting a whole bunch. I'm like, no, let's be a little soothing today. The reason I'm on this whole let's be a little soothing kick is because today is a day that not a lot of people dig. You know, there's a lot of folks out there that are just like, it's halfway through the 14th. I'm not a fan. And I get you. You know, I get you not really liking today. It is such a commercial abomination. You know, but here's the thing, guys. Single Awareness Day. I will share with you guys something that was shared with me. And that is, when you really enjoy your own company, having someone else's company isn't nearly as important. And I'm like, well, that's easy for you to say. You know, you're not me. You know, you don't know me. But as I've gotten older, I understand where that comes from. Do I agree with it? Not entirely. But it's one of those things that's out there. The thing is, though, it doesn't have to be romantic. It really, it's perfectly cool to get together with your cat and play with one of those feathers on a stick today. I know it's tempting to sit around listening to Tom Waits in a dark house, thinking about how you have both a bad liver and a broken. Not that I'm being overly specific. But all of this is what you choose to make. And y'all got the choice to enjoy your own company with live things. Sit around feeling bad that you're not like everyone else. Tell you, I truly enjoy not being like it. It's things that I sort of learned primarily because I didn't have a lot of company. But the really real illness of it is whether or not I had company growing up. The thing that stayed from everything that I was doing was if there was someone else around, or if I was by myself, I was always there. And that's a big thing. And I don't like being one of those guys that's like, well, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. But what I am saying is if you like yourself, then everyone else's company is a bonus. Um, and that's a really big thing. A really big thing. Who knows? Maybe later on today, if I get all this stuff painted, I might do some solo wargaming, and you guys can join for that or not. You know, I could take myself out on a date. That might be nice. You know, or just do some stuff that I enjoy. Now, this is my first single awareness day by myself in 11 years. 11. So it's kind of new. And the fact of the matter is whether or not I'm sad, that doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter. I'm here with you guys, and I enjoy being here with you guys. And I'm doing things that I enjoy. Because the whole point of having is to be able to share the stuff that you like. But you don't necessarily, don't necessarily need to be around someone else. Although it's nice. I'm not gonna lie, it is from time to time. But it's not a need, it's not necessary. It just is here. So if you guys don't have a significant other for today, spend some time with your significant selves. Okay? Be significant to yourself and with yourself. And I can promise you, it don't sting nearly. I will be right back, and then we will get down to the smooth parts, and we're gonna paint the door as well, so that at the end of the show, you guys can see that there is something really, really neat on with what we've been doing. Okay? I will be right. I mean that. Right back.
Remember, kids, don't buy coffee, print it. So let's get back. Let's get back to the let's see who else is here before we go on. Oh, you guys are still here. Awesome. M10. Hey, it's good to see you, man. Really good to see you. Back here. So, I just got to do a couple of things. Now we're going to do two other things, and they don't have nearly the detail. Yeah, they don't have nearly the detail that our other things had, but there are a few more moving pieces. All right. So these are going to go by really, really quick. Now, don't forget the order of operations that we did stuff in. Okay. Remember, our colors for today are red, blue, yellow, copper, and silver. And that's it. That's all. Now, the other stuff that we're doing, this is going to go by so quick, you guys. So quick. It's going to be like, wow, that didn't take much time at all. So, let's get back to it, shall we? Now, the rest of these, we are going to deal with the next part. Now, these are the walls for our sticks. Okay? Yeah, and these are just the plain walls. And we're going to do two walls and a door. Okay? Should I say a wall, a doorway, and a door? And that's it. That's going to be everything. All right, so let's start off again with our copper. Okay? Because again, we're doing this all dark. Like, oh, are you sure you're not part of other universes? No, I'm not. All right, so we'll start off with our copper. And we're just going to give the whole thing an overbrush on everything except this little window here. Okay? So, brush up, brush up, brush up. Okay, because we want that black to show. There we go. Now we want to get in here a little bit. Good. Good. Okay. Now you see that? Yeah. Hey. Now we're just going to do the other side. Ain't that critical. You know, we don't got to be great. Just got to make sure not to get that window. Okay. That window is going to be important. And again, this is like an over dry brush. It doesn't have to be all that complicated. We're just doing this quick and dirty. Oops. Hey, I got a little blue in there. Cool. Okay, yeah. Literally, that blue effect that you're seeing here, that's totally accidental. I didn't realize that I hit that part of my palette. Okay. And that's enough of that. But since I kind of like that effect, I think I'm going to go over the rest of that stuff with it as well. Just a tiny bit to give a little bit. Now, you see all this here? That's where you could put up those propaganda posters, Neon. Okay, got a couple of pipes on here, so you know what we're going to do with them, right? Yeah, same thing we did with the other stuff. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And now, yeah, just gonna accidentally, quote, accidentally, just get a little bit of that blue in there. Okay. And just a tiny hint, you might not notice, but your brain will. Okay, so yeah, get that in there. Yeah, look at that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
kind of gives it a little bit of a patina looking. And that looks kind of neat. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, again, it don't have to be that complicated. Oh yeah, I really like how that's coming out. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, running out of my copper color, so we're just going to put a little more in there. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. Here we go. Cool. There we are. Okay. And now for this door. Okay. See that? Yeah. See, that looks all metal and stuff now. Okay. And you see, I'm literally just slopping this on, just quick and dirty. All because we're quick and dirty. We're just too quick and dirty. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Look at all that. This is, hey, this is fun. I get to make a mess. Okay. And now we're just going to add a little bit of that blue back into that copper so we can get that overall tone. And see? Yeah, a little bit of that blue in there. Yeah, I kind of dig it. Yeah, see? Gives it a little flavor. And just giving it a tiny bit of blue flavor. And just call it a tint, There. Okay. I'm just gonna stipple in a few strokes of blue. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, and since we did that and kind of changed up the theme on that, we're just gonna give a little bit of blue over here. And again, just a tiny, tiny bit. A little bit for flavor. Okay, that's it. Now what's important is, wow, that's a lot of flavor. Okay, we're just gonna put a little bit of flavor on this side, not a lot. That's it, put it down, walk away. Walk away, just put it down, walk away. All right, what we don't want are a bunch of, the letter and or number for today. Yeah, you know what? I am being that guy, and I don't mind. Again, I got no problem with being positive, especially on air, guys. Ooh. Yeah, we're just gonna remove a tiny bit of that flavor. Okay, get that copper color a little back on. Just put it back. And again, light strokes over and over, and that will save us from the dreaded brush marks. Okay, good. Now that we've done those, turns out 2 colors, now we're going to add our third, being that lead belcher that we were using. Okay. And, oh yeah, but I think I like this a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, just add a little bit of silver. And now we're going to take that lead belcher and hit that window. Okay. Now, you see? Yeah. Okay. Doing a little bit of that. We'll probably add some more copper with an overall dry brush just to punch that brightness back up. As you guys can see, I'm barely using any paint. Because again, this isn't supposed to be the star of the show. the models, the minis, are supposed to be the star of the show. But what's important is to give a little bit of a story to everything that you do, right? So, this is the interior of a spaceship, but it's a derelict spaceship, right? And it's like, yeah, it's been floating in space for a while, and people are like, dude, what was this? I don't know. I think it had a faster than light drive, and boy, this plot seems really close to Event Horizon, and that might be the thing, But it might bring on other little alien things that are here to eat our biomass and all of that jazz. And that is something that we can really have some fun with. Okay. Now, when you get brush strokes, what I like to do when I get brush strokes is I like to go in circles. Okay. Go in circles, and that should eliminate the brush strokes. See? Oh yeah. Now, the blue really toned down our copper. So, yeah, we're going to have to go back in with just a brighter copper color. Just going to have to do another quick overbrush with the copper to bring it back up. But that'll be a little bit later. I want to finish with the lead belcher here on the door. Okay. I'm going to have to get a little bit more. God, I hate these paint pots. There we go. Get those in there. Yeah. Okay. And there we go. Now, let's just do another overall brush to get some of that brightness back. And then, of course, we're going to go in with a little bit of that red, a little bit of that red, a little bit of that gold. Okay. Red and yellow. A little bit of the blue in there, just to bring our stuff back up. See, now it looks all singed and tired and peanut, and yeah, I very much like that. I think the blue did a lot for that. So, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that looks great. I'm real happy with that. But we're still going to have to break up some of this stuff. And I have the perfect way to do that. So, now that we got that, we have to go back in with our primer for where the yellow and reds are. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal. That's just going to be brush strokes. And then we'll be board would be. I know what you're talking about, you silly person. You silly V-board type person. Look here. Okay, we're going to take this brush here. Okay. Because it's got a wider head. Okay, so we can get that done pretty quick. Okay. There we go. Okay, just a little bit of primer. Okay. And one little shape down there, one little shape down there. Okay. Make sure we get that curl under. Okay, because that curl under effect is really important. And now we're going to take our fine brush, okay, and we're going to carefully put the white in there for some contour. Like I said, a little bit of visual interest, a little bit of contrast. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Okay. You see how that comes out? Okay, we're just going to add a little bit more in there. my God, I'm getting an idea. I'm getting an idea. So I am gonna, yep, I just had a very bad idea, guys. Okay. And this is a very bad idea, so let's do it. All right. I'm gonna do a little freehanding on this. Okay. Well, I got this going. Boom. Boom. Yeah. There we go. And now in here. I'm terrible at freehanding. Never said I could draw. Because I can't, you know. A lot of folks look at me in the real world outside of online. Dude, is there anything you can't do? I'm like, I can't draw. Can't fly a helicopter. It's okay. Like I said, this was a bad idea. And it's gonna look kinda cool if I pull it off right. Okay. Here we go. I'll put this down there. Up. Up. And adding one more. Okay. Now we're gonna do it from the other direction. I can't believe I'm trying this. Because again, I'm terrible at it. But then again, I don't particularly care. Okay, and there. There. Okay. And just with our spare, we're just going to put that right back in there. Ooh. Okay. Now we got stripes. Okay. And then our other part, now that we did this big one, yeah. Oh, pick up the other brush time. Okay, and going across. So that's it. Look at that. All right. Now with this door, I want to add this. Okay. Now we got to pick out some details on the door. So this door. Okay. Take our little bitty brush and just do some of this line highlighting in there. Ooh. A little bit of line highlighting in the door. Up. Up. Yeah, so inside there. Inside here. One thing I do like about recessed line highlighting is I can wipe pretty easy. That's pretty cool. Okay. Do I want to fly a helicopter? One day, you know. I don't see why not. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to learn, but I'm up for learning just about anything, you know. I never know when I'm going to be like Pedro Pascal and forced to live in a world where my entire job is to escort helpless children across wastelands and deserts. So, yeah, it's a thing. So, of course, yeah. The truth behind it is there seems to be a time where that's all the TV that will ever be is Pedro Pascal taking children into places where children shouldn't go. And I am here for it, y'all. All right, so. Nah. I'll go in there. Get these rivets. So I can hit them with that silver later. Okay, I have rivets, silver. I hate rivets. I truly, truly hate rivet. I'm not a rivet guy. I mean, I get that it's visually cool, not a fan. So now that we're in this, we're gonna start the red. Because we don't have a whole lot to do on this. Okay, so red on pipes down here. Okay, look at that. Red on the pipes. Pipe red. Hey, hey, isn't that fun? And I'm gonna do red. Now, if you're wondering how I choose where I put stuff, I go for every other. I don't like having the same color on two things that are just next to each other. Okay, not a fan of that. So I don't like having, say, red against red. I tend to like to pick a different color. Okay. So now, is there any red on here that I need to do? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I've got red on this door thing. I'm going to take my red and run it here. Along those lines. Okay. Because, yeah, I've got some recesses in there. And you see? See, that gives us just a little bit of life. A little bit of life. Coming around that area. Here we go. Okay. Keep a light hand. Up. Up. And now the rest of the red here. And I'm sure you noticed I'm using all the red at once. Okay. Because it's out. Okay. Alright. And the next color we're gonna go for is that yellow. But I totally forgot prime somewhere, so back to our primer. And we're just gonna add a little bit primer in here. Okay. Okay. Primer back in there. And yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put primer in here as well. Yeah, why not? And we're gonna do the same on the other side of this. Primer and there. Okay, there's not a sunken part in here. So yeah, we're good on that. Alright. So now that we got that going, now let's get hello. Really get that yellow going. Yellow. Okay. So let's start with where the yellow would normally go. It's here on this pipe. And here on this console. Pipe, yellow console. Okay. You know, look at that. Yellow pipe, yellow console. Alright. What's important is to get those sides and the underneath. I learned that one of the things that makes stuff look fake is to not have an undercurl. You know. Everything that you use has an undercurl. Your fingers, your legs, you know. Now, Aha. Now the yellow one here is gonna go here where I was doing that freehanding. Okay. Yeah. I decided to go for hazard stripes. Yeah. There we go. So, putting the hazard stripes in. Okay. Now, I normally don't freehand hazard stripes, guys. I normally print out a bunch of hazard stripes on my printer, and then I glue them on. That is how I normally roll. But you don't get better by not doing something. You know? So there we go. And going all the way in. Boom. That doesn't look terrible. So, yeah. I mean, we have some of our hazard stripes. Now I can go back in with black in time and clean that up if I wanted to. Okay. There we go. Now we can put that away. And now, with this door, I'm going to put some yellow in here on one side. Okay. Good. Okay. And put my yellow. Is that going to be yellow? No. That's not going to be yellow. Then there is going to be red. So let's get this red in here. Because we forgot to do that stripe. Gently rubber away. And then put that in there. Gently rub away. Now, this in here on this side. And gently rub away. See? All right. Now, we got two more colors. Done. Whole thing, y'all. Like, who'd have thought that it's gonna be so quick? Okay. Let's get in here. Okay. And get some of that silver in there. Okay. Cool. So, now, again, we're going to take this brush and we're going to do some stippling. Stipple, stipple, stipple. And don't forget that window. Okay. Here we go. Look at that window. Yeah, look at that right there. Oh, yeah. Window. A little bit of edge highlighting in there to make it look like we know what we're doing. And I notice I said make it look like we know what we're doing. Yeah, we really don't. Yeah. Because once this comes out on camera, then we're going to be cooking, y'all. We're going to be cooking. We're going to be eating. We're going to be eating good. All right? Cool. All right, and now rivets. Rivets. Okay. So with the rivets, we're just going to do an overbrush of these rivets. And then there. And just, I'm not going to say be sloppy. Just make sure to get those edges. Okay? Get them edges in there. Again, Overbrushing with these rivets. And no, I didn't miss a spot. I purposely did not paint that yellow. As I said, guys, we got one more color coming through. All right. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on the side, but now that we got all that going, we're going to go in for our final color. We're going to go in for our blue. You see, it's very rare. Ah, there we go. So it looks like I am going to do yellow on the underside over there, which I can live with. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Hey, Call of Comfortable. Yep. Yeah, today's topic, Comthulu, is what we can do instead of buy those new boarding action boxes from Games Workshop. You know, for the cardboard option. There are a couple of things that we can do. I'm going to take that blue and we're just going to slide that right in there. Slide that on in. Okay. And then we're going to take some of our lighter blue. And we're going to put that right across this white. Okay. And again, this is all just for different visual interests. Okay. Told you I had a plan. And again, this is just for primary colors because remember, the terrain isn't the star. Okay? This is just another level of, ooh, I want to play on that toy set. Okay? There. Right? Now, take that, and yeah. Cool. And there we go. Look at that. And after we put the wash on it, this thing is really gonna pop. Okay. And now we take our blue and we go into all those other places that we didn't put the yellow. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. You know, I think red is going to be our other deciding color on those hazard stripes. Yeah, red is going to be a really nice breakup. So, let's take some of this red and break it up in there. Okay, there we go. All we're doing with this red, okay, the quick stroke. I'm sure you guys are noticing that with this freehanding striping that I'm doing here, I'm only going as far as I can go before I lose control with my brush. Okay? You don't have to get the whole thing out there or you change your angle. Okay? Yeah. Okay. What we try to do when it comes to striping is a light touch and a long drag. Okay? It doesn't look the best, but it looks a lot better than it did with nothing there. You guys, yeah, look at that. Ooh boy, that's something. And now we got all three of our colors. And do we have all three of our colors represented over here? No, we have no yellow. Alright. And then of course we're going to take some of that wash that we did. And we're going to put that wash back over the everything. Try and tie everything together or make it look like it's all part of the same thing. And that'll be it. You know? And personally, I think the it that this will be is kind of cool. Alright. Let's make up some of that wash. One of my favorite parts about making wash is that you don't need a whole lot of clean water. So there's a lot of recycling that goes on. I like that a lot. You know. And make sure to get just a little bit of that metallic in there. There we go. Now, yeah, just put that brown all over, get some dinge in there. Yeah, see? Good stuff, yo. Real good stuff. You know, dulling down a lot of those colors, getting some staining in there, you know, making sure stuff pools. Okay. Yeah, there we are. Good. I'm so glad that you guys are choosing to spend some of your day with me. And don't think I've forgotten about the top. That's coming in a bit. One of the things that I really like about working with acrylic paint is that it dries so quickly. So you're never stuck with any straight up white or anything like that. And as much as I preach patience, sometimes I just want to hurry up and get this stuff done, you know? Oh, I'm gonna need just a tiny bit more. Yeah, just a tiny bit more. And then, yeah, we'll be good. Okay, so just gonna make up a little bit more of this one. And that should be about it. Yeah, look at that. I was thinking about investing in a hair dryer so I could speed up this process. Here we go. Yeah. I like washes. I really do. I like anything that gets the job done faster. And see, yeah, don't forget them tops, y'all. There we go. Boom. There we go. Okay. Now, while we're letting those dry, we're going to go in and stipple in a little bit more on the pieces that before. And then then we'll be able to see everything nice and tied together. Okay. Yeah, now we're stippling on some of that silver just to make it look like it's got some damage on it. Okay. This is important because, you know, again, this is all dark. It's a derelict ship. So we want to make sure that there are some broken pieces and it's old and all that jazz. Right? Cool. Let's take our other one and do the same thing. I'm gonna do just a little bit of dry brushing in here and a little bit on here, partly to clean off my brush. Stab, 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 stab. Okay, that's it. You know, don't worry if it doesn't look all clean. It's not supposed to. So, let's head back to the studio. See what we got over here, guys. Yeah, still here. Oh, well, thank you. This is so cool. So yeah. Now we're here with this, and as you guys can see, there's a lot going on there. There is so much going on, but that's about it, you know? Yeah, 2 hours. Just a quick 2 hours, and we did 4 pieces. Now, real talk, as you guys know, batch paint, you know, doing everything in a great big batch is a much easier way to get a lot of this stuff accomplished, you know? I've got a box full of these. So I will probably be finishing off that box full of these tonight. But doing that box, yeah, doing that box of stuff, I'll tell you. Once we get all that stuff done, it's gonna be cool. You know, it's gonna be really, really cool. And once it's cool, once it's in, once it's out there, as it were, people literally look at a lot of this stuff and they're like, "Oh man, so that's what it's supposed to look like." And I'm like, "Yeah, and it gets all done, and it puts us in a spot where once we put it in there, have it there, a lot of folks are truly impressed, you know? But to really get this stuff going in the ways that we want to get it going, to make stuff look the ways that we want it to look, only takes a little bit of patience. A little bit of patience, a long time of practice. But at the end of it, we got something pretty cool, you know. And y'all know how I feel about having tools. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, so what do you do?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm a toy maker." You know, that's the thing I enjoy. So yeah, I mean, what we're literally doing, with all this stuff right, I've had to set up a couple of things differently to make sure that everything that we're using here today, you guys, yeah, a lot of the stuff that we're using, I set up today, because I'm trying different ways of doing it to make the show flow. Always growing. Here we are. Yeah. I mean, we're always growing. We're always trying to experience new things and see better stuff. And, you know, again, it's all a... And the more that I do this stuff, fun that I tend to have. Because, yeah, seriously. Um, Always trying to improve, always trying to do stuff a little bit better, especially for friends, but also for me. But this stuff that we're doing, like I said, if you guys were to shop thing, you'd have to do this with their stuff too. But there's other stuff out there where you don't have to do such as yeah, the other stuff out there. Cardboard terrain. This is from Battle Systems, and I really dig it. You know, like the systems. And if I didn't have to worry about stuff being proof, it's the stuff that I would. But I do have to worry being kid proof, because you know, working with kids, they go and drop stuff, they go and break stuff. You know, it's a thing. So, and working with gamers, they gonna spill stuff. That's just what we do. For some reason, we as gamers kinda, I don't know. I don't want to say we never learn. It's like a lot of us forgot how to do simple things. But yeah, simple things like not spill stuff. Okay, there we go. But yeah, like this Battle Systems terrain, I like it a lot. I think this stuff is pretty. And that's cardboard. Carry that wherever you. And yeah, you can carry that stuff on your own. And you can set it up practically. And this is some cool stuff. Again, this stuff is $60 on Amazon. You know, you don't have to. A 2-foot board with all that stuff, but you don't have to pay the Games Workshop price. I'm not a fan of paying the Games Workshop price. Even if I had the money to pay the Games Workshop prices, which I don't, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay the Games Workshop prices if I could, because yeah, honestly, it's just not worth it. Quick. Good. Boom. Oh, wait, let's transform. There we go. Uh-huh. Boom. Back. Yeah, again, I'm trying to set this up in a way that looks cool. So that you guys can pick up when I'm putting down. And everything will look okay. Like I said, it's really important to me. You know what I mean? Let me just double check that. Yeah. Right? So there's that. I know what I'll do. Uh-huh. See? Always thinking. You. Finger. That back. Here. There. Oh, I didn't even realize I was doing that. Boom. That works. Now, where did I put... Aha. There we go. And... Uh-huh. Trying to get that going. Oh. Let's see. See if I can get green. Green. All that up. Green. Check. There we go. And now, standard webcam. Properties. Ah, I see what's happening here. Cool. All right, yeah. Got that? Good. All right. Yep, that's that. That. And that. Cool. I just want to make this a bit taller. There. And in here, properties. Nope, where's alt? Oh, no. Go back to custom now. Yeah. So. Alright. Cool. Got that going. That going. It's gonna angle this up a bit. Oh. Put that in the wrong spot. Oh, that's gonna need some double-sided tape. Okay. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, there we go. In there. Here. Now for here. Okay. Filters. We're just gonna turn off. Okay. And now, all right. So now that we got all that stuff going, and I'm not gonna lie, I gotta pee. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's see who else is here. Looks like Jay Truitt came back. All of Comptulu is here, and that's awesome. All right. So, what I want to do as I'm going through all this stuff is I want to add some light. There we go. I never actually left. Haha, you're still here. Yes, I am here. Oh, let me clean off this camera. There we go. That should work a little. There we are. And shed a little bit more light. Boom. Let me just get my shadows going. Wow. This thing is loud. I'll just fix the loudness there. Okay. There we go. And now, ooh, now that was, yeah, there we go. I just want to dull down this, yeah, kind of want to dull down this. Make sure we get a really good. Oh, no. Oh God, no, that's washing it out. Go back to default there. That's better. All right. So now that we're here and we got all that stuff going, guys, let's take a look at what we've created today. I know, right? Yeah, and that's what we did, you know. We have a little bit of these things. And yeah, I bet you guys are like, oh no, he's just blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, man. No, stand up, stand up. Okay. He's a little bit. Yeah. Here we go. Now let's get some more here. Hey, look at that. Right? And there we go. You know? our own little playset. And again, it started as black. And now that we got all that stuff, look at that. We got something very cool. And this has been fun, putting all this stuff together. You know, and again, you don't need, you know, you really don't need to spend a whole bunch of cash. You know, we've got that grim dark feel going. Let's kill some of these lights. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, now we've got kind of an alien thing. Ooh, look at me, we're aliens. You know, and this is the good stuff. You know, this is the stuff that we can do. You know, we can totally matter of fact, let's set a bit of mood, shall we? Because yeah, that can be um yeah. Here we go. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. No, no, no. Oh no. There we go. There we go. There we are. Inside the ship. Where can they find us? I don't know. Ah, he's coming. He's on his way. No. No. Arr. Who disturbs me? And there you guys go. You know, even made ourselves a nice little scene. Isn't that fun? All right, guys. But look, I wanted to thank you guys because this has been fun. It's been fun. Go ahead. And well, very cool, very fun, and I've really appreciated. If you guys like what you see here, or you got any questions or comments or anything like that, or if you just like hanging out, today was kind of chill. I am very, very, very tired. I'm not gonna lie. Haven't been sleeping, but um, I do plan on being back Friday. But if you guys got any questions, comments, um, that's easy. Just pull up your keyboard and type in back in the deck at gmail.com. That's BACKINTDK at gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram and all of that stuff. Um, Also at Back in the Deck. You can also find me over on TikTok at BidP. And if you're part of that wretched hive of scum and villainy known as Facebook, then join Deckers on the Book. And you can see pictures and photos and all that stuff of the stuff that we make and the stuff that we put together. Um, and that can be some really, really, really fun stuff that y'all can do to just keep a hold of us and all that stuff. But between time, I want to thank you guys for showing up here today. Thank you for being part of the show. And remember, if anybody tells you that you can't like the stuff that you like because of the circumstances of your birth, be it race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexual orientation, any disabilities, or your budget, then you can tell them to take any of those cards and put them back in the deck. This is Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, saying thank you guys for joining me today on Hobby Hall, and we will see you next time. We'll be back on Friday on the dark side of the room, so tune in there Friday, 3 p.m. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Later. Oh, that looks really good. All right.